Capricorn, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Capricorn love reading. In today's Capricorn Tarot love reading for December 2024, we are going to take a look at your romantic person of interest and how they really feel about you, what they're thinking about you, what their intentions are toward you, and then we're also going to look at what their most likely actions are going to be toward you as we move through December 2024 and beyond. Then I'm going to finish the reading off by getting you some advice from the universe on how to navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with this person, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should play it so things work out in the way that's best for you and your own greatest good. So we're ready to get started already here. I just saw the Four of Pentacles and the Devil flip over right there, both Capricorn energies. Let's get it on here. What is going on with Capricorn's romantic person of interest? How do they really feel about Capricorn in December 2024? Get one more for how this person feels about Capricorn. Okay. Underlying their feelings for you, Capricorn. Eight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. It's the second fastest moving energy in the deck. This is rapid back and forth, passionate communication. Sometimes it can indicate travel over distances. This is rapid forward movement, rapid progress on something that there is a lot of passion and desire for. A lot of times this can just represent that there's so much energy coming at your person all at once. It's like too much to process, too much to deal with all at once. It can be a really overwhelming feeling. I also have Queen of Swords right under that, which is Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. This is about speaking the truth on something and then cutting off the thing or the person that is no longer in their best interest anymore. So I don't know if we got a lot of passionate communication going on and maybe a severing has taken place between the two of you, or if there's just so much coming at them that they want to cut that away, because that's not serving them anymore. Ooh, damn. We got some sort of truth coming out here. I have Five of Swords right underneath that. This is Aquarius energy. Fives are conflict. This can be a conflict in communication, like a big fight happening. Bitter words being spoken, words being used like weapons, like maybe some truth was spoken and it came out really harshly, and that overwhelmed your person. It could be that. It could be your person was doing some communicating and got themselves cut off because there was some sort of a betrayal taking place. Five of Swords at its core is a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. Like I said, it can be a big fight that led to a severing. It could be just like some truth spoken. A big fight happens because of that. This could be a betrayal of some kind. Let's take a look at their actual feelings about you, Capricorn. We got the Moon, the King of Swords, and the Page of Wands. The Moon is Pisces energy. This is fear, worry, and anxiety, usually from uncertainty. When the moon's out, it's dark outside. You can't see the full path in front of you. And this is kind of an energy where a person might be like, I'm not sure, am I on the right path anymore? Was this even the right path for me to begin with? Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Should I turn around and go the other direction? So that level of uncertainty and not knowing can make somebody feel fear, worry, and anxiety. Also, though, when the moon is out, things are dark. Things can be hidden in the dark. There could be a secret being kept. So it could mean something like that as well. Also have the King of Swords here, which I've already seen the Queen of Swords. And, in every other suit, the King and the Queen of the same suit would represent almost like a power couple, or two cards that are supposed to be together can sometimes represent two people that are supposed to be together, or at least feeling that way. It's not like that with the sword suit. These are two people that together build the Ten of Swords, which is a swift, painful ending, or an ending you don't see coming, or an ending in betrayal. So this can represent two people that used to be together. It's looking like we had a big fight. Maybe some passionate communicating happening, and like passionate communicating can be like all lovey-dovey, or it could be screaming and yelling and cussing at each other. So it's looking like we had something like that going on, and now it's either about a secret, or now there's fear, worry, and anxiety for your person because they're uncertain of what to do. This would be someone who is a very smart, logical, rational decision-making kind of an energy, but it's someone who's emotionally detached when they make their decisions. They throw their emotions and their intuition out the window, and they decide based on the truth and the facts of the matter, what's right in front of me, what can I see, what can I verify, what do I know to be true, and I'm going to decide based on that, not how I feel. This is not someone who doesn't have emotions. Human beings all have emotions. This is usually someone who doesn't like what their emotions are telling them here, and maybe they're trying to push those aside and trying to be logical and rational. It can sometimes, though, represent a person who feels emotionally distant or even cold and calculated in a sense here. But I've got the Page of Wands with that. Pages are messengers, so this is news and messages and communications about passion and desire. I already see rapid back and forth passionate communicating here. This is also the minor arcana version of the Fool. The Fool is about just taking this blind leap of faith, like not needing to know what the steps are or how this is going to play itself out before I take the first step. It's just like leaping off the cliff and I'll figure out how to grow wings on the way down. Well, this is like a more toned down version of that energy. This is someone who has the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path towards something there's passion and desire for. It can be like expressing interest, expressing desire, expressing what I want. Could be a person who's not sure if they can do that, not sure if that's the right move to make, not sure if that's the most logical decision to make here. It's looking like we had a problem, Capricorn. What's going on with this person? How are they thinking about Capricorn here in December 2024? What are this person's thoughts about Capricorn? Okay, I think I got one other one flipped over. I do. All right. Underlying this person's thinking about you, Capricorn, we got 5 of Wands. This is Leo energy. Again, 5s are conflict. I've already seen 5 of Swords. Now I've got 5 of Wands. We could have a fight going on. This can be some chaotic kind of an energy here. It's usually a conflict in the person's desires, like this internal conflict where a piece of them wants this one thing and another piece of them wants pretty much the opposite of that. And now they're torn and conflicted about what it is that they want. They're playing this internal game of tug of war inside what they want. This can represent that they're pulling in one direction and they think that you're pulling in a different direction and you're not both pulling in the same direction together here. So it could represent an internal conflict in the connection or an internal conflict in your person here. I also have the World, which is the final card of the major arcana. This is an ending of one cycle and at the same time the beginning of the next cycle. This, in terms of zodiac signs, would represent the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. We got all of them here on the corners: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And I have some more Leo energy. But you might be dealing with the Leo, Capricorn. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I got a Leo major arcana out here. This 5 of Wands is Leo. Leo is on this World card. And we got the King of Wands here, which is Leo energy. Sometimes Sagittarius energy, depending on how you view that. This would be a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what he wants. He usually doesn't take no for an answer. He usually doesn't let minor obstacles or roadblocks or even major ones get in the way from getting what they want. This is kind of like that energy of I'm either going to find a way to get what I want or I'm going to make a way to get what I want. It is also the pinnacle of the wand suit, and the wand is about passion, desire, sexual energy, all that fun stuff. So this is someone who's not just driven and motivated and determined in the normal sense. They're also driven and motivated and determined by passion, desire, sexual energy, things like that. Whew. It could be that we got an internal conflict with your person, and on one hand, they want to end the cycle with you and start something different, and then on the other hand, they want you really, really bad. Could be that. It could be that we've had this conflict between the two of you and I want to end that cycle and start a new cycle and be moving back toward what it is that I want. When I take a look at what this person's actually thinking about you, I get the Leo Major Arcana card Strength, 4 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and 9 of Pentacles. Strength, like I said, is the Leo Major Arcana card. You could be dealing with the Leo. I got some Pisces out here, some Aquarius. I've seen The 4 fixed signs: Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. I've got some Libra, some Aries. I've got some Virgo out here. You could be dealing with any of those signs, but this is a general collective reading. So you could be dealing with pretty much any sign. I'm tapping into thousands of different people's energy right now, not your specific energy as an individual person, the same way I would do in a personal reading for you. So it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you're dealing with. I'll just continue to call the signs out as they stick out to me, just in case that means anything to you. But this strength card is Leo energy. This tells me your person is going through a difficult situation right now, and it's taking all of their internal strength in order to make it through this. They have the strength to make it through. They're just being forced to dig down deep inside themselves and tap into that internal strength. Summon it so that they can make it through. This can also represent a person who's trying to tame this beast inside themselves. They have this urge or this desire that they're worried might be a mistake if they let it loose. So this is them trying to like rein themselves in, hold themselves back, not let themselves rush off and do something stupid that would be a mistake. I've got the moon right above that. So fear, worry, anxiety from uncertainty about whether this thing that I want, should I actually go after it? It could be that. It could be like I can't see the full path in front of me, and the uncertainty of all of this, the conflict here, it's a little bit much. Next, I have 4 of Swords, Libra energy. 4s are about stability. This would be stabilizing the thoughts, stabilizing the mind, trying to calm the mind down. This is an energy of choosing to go inside themselves, either to do some healing about something or to do some thinking about something, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. It can represent taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break of some kind. It's right underneath this King of Swords energy. Very logical, rational, decision-making kind of an energy. This is the pinnacle of the sword suit. Like the swords are about the thoughts, the mind, truth, communication. I've got some sort of a pause here to figure out what to do. Next, I have the 4 of Wands, which is Aries energy. Again, 4s are stability. I've got 2 4s in a row here, and your person is struggling with something, an internal conflict going on here related to stability. This would be stability of the home, stability of the family, stability of the connection between the two of you. The 4 wands represent 1111, which is not just the number on my shirt here. It's the number of manifesting. In the story of manifesting, it's the 2, 3, and 4 of wands. This is the final stage in manifesting. This would be the stage where the thing that I want has appeared. It's right here in front of me. It's materialized and stabilized in the physical reality. And this is usually a celebration type of an energy about that. It could be an energy, though, of them trying to figure out what to do about stability, putting their logic and reason and thoughts in it and trying to keep their emotions out of it and struggling with that, because I do have a card here with this. The moon represents the unconscious mind and intuition and probably even emotions. And I've got this head over heart type of an energy right there with that. That could be what this internal conflict is. Maybe their head is telling them one thing and their heart is telling them something else. Maybe logic and reason is telling them one thing and their emotions or their intuition is telling them something else. But there is definitely some sort of an idea of struggling with stability or struggling with figuring out what to do to stabilize things here. There is communication about what it is that they want happening, it looks like, though. Final card, we got an extra one here in there thinking about you, Capricorn. The 9 of Pentacles is Virgo energy. This is a singles energy. It's a step backwards from the 10 of Pentacles, which is most people's goal in the physical reality. It's that maximum stability and abundance and prosperity and building the life together, combining lives together. This is usually self-sufficient, independent kind of an energy. I don't need you to physically or financially take care of me. I can do that on my own. Doesn't always mean that the person wants to be single. Sometimes it can represent a person who's not single, but they present themselves in the physical world as if they are. I have seen Queen of Swords, 5 of Swords. That is oftentimes a big fight that could end in a severing. I've got Another conflict here with an ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle behind it. It could be that we have had a breakup, or that there is some sort of contemplation about breakup, and head and heart are telling them something different. Let's take a look at what this person's intentions are towards you, Capricorn, as we move through December 2024 and beyond. What are this person's intentions? Thank you. Underlying their intentions, 8 of Wands. Again, we saw this in underlying their emotions here toward you. This is Sagittarius energy, second fastest moving energy in the deck. The only thing faster than this is the Chariot. This is either rapid back and forth passionate communication. This could be travel. This could be like fast movement or progress on something they have passion and desire for. This could just represent that there's a whole lot coming at this person all at one time, and it's like drinking out of a fire hose. It'll blow you halfway down the street. So this could be feeling really overwhelmed here. They could be intending to make progress, or they could be intending to travel. I got Queen of Swords here. This might be a person who's intending to travel, cut this off, or at least communicate with you passionately and speak the truth on something. But then I got that 5 of Swords again, which, again, this is a Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event at its core. It could be a betrayal. It could be winning at all costs. It could just be a big fight happening here. Got the Magician below that, though. This is a master manifester. It's the Mac Daddy master manifester. This is someone who has all the tools, abilities, and resources to manifest whatever it is that their will desires, to shape the world around them through their thoughts and their actions to make it the way they want it to be. A lot of times I'll get this card when this is the person who has manifested the situation I'm reading about. Like their thoughts and actions have created a situation where we've got this speaking the truth and cutting something away and mental psychological pain here. In their actual intentions towards you, I get the Lovers, the 9 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. I've gotten a sword in every row so far. Swords are not really what I want to see in a love reading. I want to see cups for love and emotions. I'm cool with seeing some wands for passion and desire, and some pentacles for, physical world stability and resources. Swords, not so much what I'm looking for here. This Lovers card is the Gemini Major Arcana card. This is a powerful love connection, at least in terms of how your person feels about it. A long time ago, before it was called the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. This represents the interconnectedness between the two of you and how their decisions are going to affect you and your decisions are going to affect them. And there's no way to separate that out. It's just a fact of life. This also can represent a choice about the connection with you, and maybe they're intending to make a choice about that. Sometimes it can represent a choice between two lovers. This is them struggling against something in the connection, probably the uncertainty that they're feeling about the connection, the uncertainty they're feeling about a choice that's being made in this connection, or maybe trying to rein themselves in because the emotions they're feeling are so powerful right now related to you in this connection. I've got the 9 of Swords next, which is Gemini energy. This is fear, worry, and anxiety. This is thinking about something over and over again with all this fear and worry behind their thinking, and doing that to the point that it starts to stress them out. This manifests itself as like physical stress. It can be nightmares, sleepless nights, can't concentrate on what they're doing, can't eat. The person on the card has their eyes covered, which means in their mind, this situation is so bad that they don't want to look at it. They don't want to face it. This whole column right here, this whole central column is all swords. King of Swords, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords. When I get these two cards together, 9 of Swords and 4 of Swords, this is a lot of mental energy. It's like overwhelming mental energy, anguish. This is an instruction for them to like calm their mind down, stop thinking so much. There's too much noise in their head and they can't hear their own intuition here. That's probably why the Moon is their first card. It represents the intuition, but it's also got that illusion element to it, or I can't see something element to it. I'm feeling uncertain about it. And this energy of like very smart, logical decision maker and needing to stabilize their mind, stabilize their thoughts. I get this energy a lot when like someone's mind is so noisy they can't hear their intuition and what it's telling them. And this is that trying to calm myself down so I can hear my internal guidance and figure out what to do here about this connection. About this person is debating something and trying to hold themselves back because they don't want to make a mistake. I've got this energy here about like taking the first steps down a new path. And then I've also got this energy here about single energy, being independent, self-sufficient. There's a choice about the connection. It's like I've got fear, worry, and anxiety and stress tied to the connection here in the row. And in this column, I also have the other card that means fear, worry, and anxiety, also tied to this connection. And in between it is struggling with this difficult situation and trying to make it through that, or trying to rein themselves in. This person could be panicking here. They could be feeling overwhelmed and contemplating cutting this off, or they could be overwhelmed because there was a big fight between the two of you, and maybe they even created the situation. Damn, I've got the High Priestess right underneath that. These are counterparts. Like this is divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy. Now, I got to clarify that, especially because I have the lovers out here. I know there's like everybody's all into this twin flame nonsense. And those terms, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine counterparts, those terms have been hijacked and distorted and twisted around into something that people don't even know what those words mean, and they throw them around to talk about twin flames when it's got nothing to do with twin flames. Twin flames aren't even real. Divine masculine energy would be the energy of, action and decisiveness and protection and, any type of like positive masculine quality. Like that would be like the way God or the universe or spirit or source, or however you personally view that, intended masculine energy to be when it was created. And same with feminine energy. This would be the way feminine energy is created to be when God made it. Same way with like divine connection, divine counterparts. That's not even really got anything to do with human connections between two different people. Divine counterpart would be your soul is one of those counterparts, and the other counterpart to that would be God or the universe or spirit or source itself. And your connection to that would be the divine connection. It's got nothing to do with like a romantic relationship between human beings. So I just want to clarify that, because that's not what this is even talking about here. This is talking about like knowing what you want and consciously through your thoughts and actions trying to create that. And then this would be the intuition, the internal knowing, the connection to the beyond. And this is part of the story of manifesting as well. Step one would be deciding what you want. Step two is you plant the seeds of what you want from your conscious mind into your unconscious mind, so it kind of gets projected into the universe, and then the universe mirrors it back to you through the Empress energy. That's how it gets birthed into the physical 3D reality. But these would be counterparts in that sense. Kind of think of like yin and yang. That's kind of what this would represent. The two pieces of this energy is involved in every person or everything in existence. So it's not really got anything to do with the connection itself, as much as there's this element here of like conscious mind versus unconscious mind. And I'm seeing that same element here in unconscious mind versus conscious mind. There is some big decision here about this connection. There is some big decision here, and your person is worried all over the place. And then there's this element of like thoughts and actions creating a situation, and in the background is the intuition and the emotions. Like, she's the source of all the emotions and the intuition. She's the source of all the water in the deck. There's some conflict here between their head and their heart. There's potentially a conflict between the two of you, and potentially a big fight between the two of you. And I'm feeling that this person that I'm reading about, their thoughts and actions have kind of overshadowed their emotions and their intuition. And I think maybe they have created the spot that has caused this disruption between the two of you. I've got 3 of Swords here, heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. The third energy is not always romantic third party. I don't really have anything out here that's telling me romantic third party, although it totally could be. This is much more feeling like something that's not you, Capricorn, something that's not directly them causing some sort of a problem. And hell, the problem might be the conflict between their head and their heart, for all I know. All I know for sure is that this is a powerful connection between the two of you that also has some sort of an important decision, choice that's going to have consequences to it. And them having fear, worry, anxiety, and stress about that and trying to figure it out. And like, I got the 4 of Swords, like taking a pause and a break and a rest, going inside, trying to figure out what to do about this thing they're worried about, which is a decision about the connection. And right beside that is the Page of Swords, which, yes, can be communications here, but it can also represent a person who's trying to learn something, trying to figure something out. They're looking over their shoulder into the past, trying to figure something out. And what they're looking at is this thing that they're fearful and worried and anxious and stressed out about. It's also tied to what they're trying to figure out is stability of the home, the family, the connection. It's got another page in that column. So I've got some like not fully developed energy here, not fully mature energy here, even 2 pieces of themselves pointing in different directions, which I've seen with that 5 of Wands already. The only thing so far that doesn't have anything to go with it is this 9 of Pentacles, like stable, abundant, prosperous energy, single energy. I can take care of myself financially and physically. I've got that all off to the side. There might be some sort of a problem with stability and finances, and whether or not this person feels like they can take care of everything that needs taken care of. Take that however it resonates for you. Let's take a look at what this person's most likely actions are going to be toward you as we move through the rest of December 2024 and beyond. What's this person's most likely actions? We're taking extra cards everywhere, aren't we? I got one flip over. Oh, sheesh. Come here. Aha. I see a conflict again here with this person. Your person is having a rough time, Capricorn. Underlying their most likely actions, internal conflict, Leo energy. A piece of me wants this, a piece of me wants that, and I'm torn between the two things. I'm playing tug of war inside myself. I'm seeing conflict all over the place. I've got 6 of Pentacles under that. This is Taurus energy. This is an energy of balance. It can be generosity or reciprocity, like you scratch my back and I scratch your back and we take care of each other. This would represent equal give and take. There could be a conflict about equal give and take. There could be a conflict about receiving money. Sometimes this card indicates that the person wants to balance things out and make it equal give and take. Sometimes this is an imbalance in the give and take where one person is giving more than the other or taking more than the other. Sometimes this is an energy of the merchant here giving to 2 people in the physical sense. Again, I don't really feel that. I don't have anything out here that says that. I think this is them partially wanting to balance this out and potentially even feeling a conflict between the two of you in terms of equal give and take. And then I've got the Wheel of Fortune behind it. Again, this would represent the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. This is a change in the luck and fortune. This could be if things have been going great. This would be that moment that the wheel spun the other way and things took a left turn into the telephone pole unexpectedly. If things have been going bad, which it looks like something has gone bad. This would be them trying to turn the wheel the other way and correct course and put everything back on track and kind of turn this around. It's what it's looking like to me, but there's an internal conflict related to it. And it might be in a situation about feeling like there's not equal give and take here in some sense. When I look at what their most likely actions are going to be as it relates to you, Capricorn, I get the World, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. I'm seeing conflict multiple different ways here again, besides just this card on the bottom of the deck. That's kind of amusing to me when I see the conflict already, and then I flip the underlying energy over, and it's literally a conflict card. The World we've already seen, 4 fixed signs of the zodiac again. Again, this is an ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. There's some sort of an ending to a cycle in this connection, probably requiring some sort of a decision here, and they're struggling with that and uncertain about what to do. I think a piece of them is contemplating ending the connection with you. 10 of Swords would be the next step up from this 9 of Swords that I just saw in their intentions. This would be the swift, painful ending to something, an ending you don't see coming, an ending in betrayal. No matter how you slice this energy, it is an ending. It is also potentially an ending of this dark time. I see the dark time here, that the person could totally climb up this ladder and get out of the darkness that they're in, but they don't see the ability to do that because they're too in their head and they've got their eyes covered and they can't see it. Maybe their emotions and their intuition are trying to lead them towards something and they're just not seeing it, which could be another cause of their internal conflict. But this, you can see the horizon in the background, the sunrise in the background, the lifting of the darkness. This, what's that saying? Like, it's always darkest right before the dawn. Well, this would represent the dawn of a new day, the darkness lifting, the negativity ending and being over. That's part of what they're conflicted about. Do I end this? Or is there a way to end the cycle of the negativity and get us back to this 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups type of a deal here? 3 of Pentacles, like if this is an ending, this is conflicting with that. This is Capricorn energy. This is teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. What you're trying to build here is the 10 of Pentacles. This is laying the foundations for the 10 of Pentacles, like the combined together life, building a life together, living together, being married, building a stable, abundant, prosperous home life. This would be working together as equals to do that or lay the foundations of that. And in this column, I've got 2 pages, 2 not fully developed energies, 2 beginning stage energies. In the center of those is stability of the home and the family, and trying to get to a spot where we can work together as equals to build the foundation for something like that. Trying to figure out how to get this back. Like, this feels like a circular loop to me. I'm like fear, worry, anxiety, stress, and trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals, or end it. Internally conflicted between, can we work together as equals, or do I have to end this? That's probably what this powerful decision is that they're needing to make about the connection. Do I end it, or can we start a different cycle here? 9 of Cups. I think this is like where it's starting to lead to. This is more single energy, just like this Virgo card above it here in the column. This is Pisces energy of personal happiness, personal wish fulfillment. This is one of those cards where, like, flip a coin on whether this is good or bad. In the good sense, this would be a person who has a love for themselves. Like, they realize that my happiness comes from inside of me, not from some external thing or some external person. This would be somebody who loves themselves and doesn't require an external person to make them feel loved or make them feel happy or make them feel like a whole person. They already are whole in and of themselves, and they understand that. It's strange that the whole time this single energy was the only card that had nothing to go with it in the column, and here at the end, the only other card to go with it in the column is the other single energy. These are the 2 single energies of the deck. So there is this idea here of becoming physically single, becoming emotionally single. I guess in the negative sense, this card can represent someone whose own personal happiness and their own personal wish fulfillment is more important than yours, or more important than what's best for the connection. I don't know that that's the case, and maybe they've made some sort of decisions or acted in some kind of a way where they're worried about that, and maybe have made a decision that makes it appear that that's where they were, and like everything, it was about them instead of about us. But it's got that collaboration energy beside it, and this single energy has like stability of home, family, and connection beside it. This is looking like a person who's stuck in some circular loop here, and they're probably too far in their head. This whole central column is just nothing but swords. Too far in their head. Final card and what they're most likely to do is the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate new beginning. A new beginning in passion and desire. That could represent becoming single and starting something new with someone else, although that feels very abrupt and doesn't feel like that's actually what I'm reading about here. The other meaning to this could represent someone having all this passion and desire for you. This is the phallic symbol of the deck. It represents the male you-know-what and using it to do you-know-what and sexual energy and all that jazz. They got personal happiness and wish fulfillment here at the end, and passion, desire, sexual energy. This can also represent re-sparking a connection. I've seen Queen of Swords, Five of Swords twice. Got some ending here, like looking like we had a problem between the two of you, and this could be your person. What they're most likely to do culminates in trying to re-spark that connection, re-spark the passion and the desire in it. Take it however it resonates for you, Capricorn. I'm going to scoot this over and get us a little bit more room so I can get you some advice on how to navigate this situation you're finding yourself in with this person in December 2024, what you should or shouldn't do, how you should play it so things work out in the way that's best for you. What is the advice for Capricorn, please? Okay, come here. Let's try and keep this in order. Let's get two more for what's the advice for Capricorn. I just saw 10 of Cups flip over and show itself to me and go right back in the deck and didn't come out. When I see that happen, like with any card, when it shows itself to me and doesn't come out, that doesn't mean that energy isn't present. It just means like there's an element of someone blocking it or trying to contain it or, you know, hold it back. To me, the 10 of Cups, even though it's that happily ever after, happy fairy tale ending card, that's everybody's goal in love and relationships, most of the time, that card doesn't really represent like true love and happily ever after. Most of the time, the 10 of Cups represents for me like an idealized point of view, you know, like it's the difference between like how much money is in your bank account right now versus how much do you wish was in your bank account right now. And it's the same kind of a concept, only in a relationship. It's more about like my idealized view of the person, me viewing them and viewing the connection for how I want it to be instead of how it actually is. And that didn't come out, which means it's probably on their mind in some level or on your mind in some level. It could also represent that this isn't one of those idealized point of view things. It showed itself as in like that's present here, but it didn't actually come out. What's underlying your advice, Capricorn? 9 of Cups. I've already seen that out here in your person's energy. Single energy, Pisces energy, personal happiness, personal wish fulfillment. Self-love, like not needing this external person to make you feel love because you love yourself, not needing an external person to make you feel happy or make you feel like a whole person because you already are. Yeah. High Priestess right under that. There's your intuition, your gut feelings. This is your internal knowing, your internal guidance. I get this card a lot when the connection you're feeling with somebody is deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just emotional. It's like a very powerful connection in terms of how you're feeling it. This could also be your intuition is talking to you about something. Yeah. I got a cup, which is like emotions. The high priestess is the source of all the emotions and the intuition, and then another cup here. But this is Scorpio energy of options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. Like, there's a lot of different cups here. There's a lot of different ways this could work itself out, a lot of different things I could choose to do. And I don't want to make a mistake and pick the wrong cup and regret that later. But it can represent emotional confusion, clouded judgment, clouded decision making. Could represent that your intuition is clouded right now, that your intuition is telling you one thing, but what you can see in front of you might be presenting itself in a slightly different way. Maybe I believe that this person is my personal happiness and wish fulfillment, and now I'm confused. Judgment. This is about following your higher calling. This is about making a final decision here. This is in a relationship reading. This is a decision about the relationship. Either A, calling it dead and over and there's no coming back from it, or B, this is about resurrecting it, bringing it back to life, calling it back from the dead and transforming it in a way that it's never going to be the same again. I think you're confused about what to do about this. There's definitely a piece of you that knows you're okay on your own, but there's also a piece of you that views this person as happiness and wish fulfillment for you. This judgment card is looming way in the background, though. So, I mean, that's possible that maybe this can represent an illusion or something that's kind of clouded from you that you don't see. And maybe you're not seeing that one of their options is deciding to end it and call it dead. I'm really feeling like you're clouded in some way and your intuition is screaming at you here, being guided by what it is you actually want. Yeah, right behind that judgment card is the Four of Swords, which is center here in your person's energy, stabilizing your thoughts, stabilizing your mind, calming yourself down, so you can hear your inner guidance, so you can figure out what to do. That's underlying your advice. What came out in your advice? Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands, Page of Wands. Okay, so I got two cards here that I haven't already seen in your person's energy. Six of Wands is Leo energy of recognition. This is either you recognizing something about your person, recognizing something about yourself, about this connection, whatever it is that you're recognizing here, it allows forward movement to happen, successful forward movement to happen. This might be you recognizing what it is that you actually want, recognizing what your intuition is trying to tell you, and feeling guided toward this person in some way. I got the Wheel of Fortune next, which we've already seen in the underlying energy for your person. This is a change in the luck and fortune. This is that pivotal moment where either the wheel spins and things go to hell in a handbasket, or this is you trying to recognize something and being able to correct course here and put this all back on track. That's directly below this idea of personal happiness and wish fulfillment. This recognition, it's got something to do with working together as equals, collaborating together, building something of value together, and there's some sort of a change that needs to be made, and the change is within your power. And it looks like if the change doesn't happen, there is going to be this element of being single here. This is really feeling cautionary, as in like something bad has happened between the two of you, and there is a chance to turn this around and make some changes so that this doesn't end up in complete ending here. Ace of Wands is central to your energy. Passion, desire, sexual energy, the spark of something here, trying to re-spark it, fire the connection back up. It's laying right here underneath the Ace of Wands that came out last for them. So this is looking like a new beginning for the two of you in terms of firing this connection back up, re-sparking the passion and the desire in it. There is still this problematic energy here of 10 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. This is a heavy burden that's being carried. It's weighing you guys down. It's holding you back. Whatever this is that someone's holding on to, it's causing a problem. This is a 10, and in tarot, 10s represent completion energies. I've got a completion energy here in your person's most likely actions. This is the last card of the major arcana, completion of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. Right beside that is the 10 of swords, another 10, another completion energy. This is like the ending of something and the dawn of a new day. This is like we could end some bad thing and start over differently, or we could end the whole thing altogether. I did see Wheel of Fortune, I thought, here. Maybe that was in your person's, and yeah, it was in your person's underlying energy here. Yeah, right. The thing that changes, we got 3 of Cups under it, like being reunited and celebrating, getting back together. This 10 of Wands, this is supposed to be the spot where whatever this burdensome thing is, it gets laid down and you guys can move forward without the burden. We're going straight from the 1 to the 10. And typically at the end of a cycle, you would start back over at the 1. So there is this choice here. There is this element of like full cycle here between the two of you. And your final card in your advice is the Page of Wands. It's interesting because the final card in their feelings is the Page of Wands. So this is news, messages, communications about passion, desire, expressing interest, expressing what it is that I want. It's also the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path toward this thing that you have passion or desire for, toward the thing that you want. It's looking like there is some element of confusion here. Probably because you might not be listening to your intuition. You might have your intuition is clouded right now. There's definitely a decision. This is screaming to me to follow what your intuition is telling you. And it looks like you have already recognized some sort of a way to turn this around, some sort of a way to re-spark this connection. You've got the willingness to do it. There's just some burden that is either weighing this down and holding it back, or there's something that you might be carrying that you may need to let go of, or maybe this is a burden between the two of you. Like I said, I did say something about financial stability, trying to figure out stability and abundance here, trying to work together as equals to build something of value, which would be the 10 of Pentacles, maximum abundance. I think that's what your person wants. And it's looking like they're most likely to try to turn this around. And it looks almost like you're kind of being instructed that that's probably what would work best in serving your greatest good. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Capricorn love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.